City Council workshop was recently held to update the current financial situation for the city. Naperville News 17's Alyssa Bohenick has more.
It's time for a change in the City of Naperville. That was the message financial staff spelled out for council members after reviewing the current budget and looking to the future. After years of building up and expanding our city, those trends have slowed, leading to a lack of excess cash flow.
As Naperville has kind of concluded its significant period of growth, we've had to build quite a bit, and that means we've also had to borrow, and we had some excess cash balances. We were able to operate and utilize this cash balance to maintain our property tax at a low rate up until this point. At this point, we don't have excess cash to rely on, and therefore we need a new plan moving forward.
That plan focuses on two different goals. First, to find more ways to fund the operating budget deficit of about $6.8 million. And second, to rebuild the cash reserves, which are $18 million under the required levels. Councilman Paul Hinterlong proposed making service cuts where appropriate to fill the gaps. But Rachel Mayer, Director of Finance with the city, says that won't solve long-term problems.
Naperville's created a brand for itself that says, you know, this is the level of service that you get when you live in Naperville. And so we don't, you know, from our analysis and from what we've seen, we don't really think that there are any service cuts that would fix the $7 million gap and that our residents would be okay with having in place for a long period of time.
Another option, a home rule sales tax, which would tack on an additional 1% to the local tax for goods purchased in the community.
That's the area within our portfolio that we really feel has some capacity to be able to provide some additional revenues without hurting the competitive advantage that we've created for our business community.
Also on the table, a proposed monthly fee increase of about $10 for garbage and recycling to help fill the operating budget. Whatever the plan, Krieger wants to make sure it helps continue the city's AAA bond rating, which they've enjoyed for 21 years.
It is something that's very important to us and something that we absolutely want to maintain. I believe that if we come out with a sound, long-term financial solution for this, it will not have a negative impact on our bond rating. However, I believe if we try to shortchange it, it could potentially have a negative impact.
City staff plans to look further into their budgetary options at their next financial strategy meeting on August 11th. Reporting from City Hall, I'm Alyssa Bohenick for Naperville News 17.
One more bit of business from the meeting. Council members discussed moving from the fiscal year schedule to a calendar year basis, allowing for a more efficient budgeting process.